Hello everyone. Right now we are standing in the middle of the junction of Nguyễn Huệ and Nguyễn Khuyến streets. This is also outside the fence of the Redemptorist Church of Huế, also known as the Church of Our Lady of Perpetual Help. And here is a view of the church grounds, where there is a large statue of Jesus with outstretched arms. The Redemptorist Church is located behind this statue. And now we will go inside to explore the church. Going the direction of Nguyễn Huệ Street from the statue's position, we can visit the church. This is the church entrance. The Cathedral of Our Lady of Perpetual Help, also known as the Redemptorist Church, is one of the massive Asian-style buildings in the center of Huế City. This work was designed by architect Nguyễn Mỹ Lập, which began construction in January 1959 and was completed in August 1962. This is a work with east-west symbiotic architecture and an appropriate layout combining modern Western texture and traditional Eastern elements. Initially, the missionary had a small chapel located right behind the current church. These chapels were started construction in 1933 and were used as a church. By 1954, the parish of Our Lady of Perpetual Help had grown and required a larger and more elaborate church to serve its members. Therefore, in 1959, the church started construction on a triangular plot of land located next to the monastery, between two streets, Nguyễn Huệ and Nguyễn Khuyến. The church was opened to the public in August 1962. 3 years after it was designed by architect Nguyễn Mỹ Lập. The church was built by monk Bùi Lê Thu Duyên with the help of 150 craftsmen. The total construction cost is estimated to be 47 million đồng. Up to now, the church had undergone several restorations and repairs. The first repairs were made immediately following the Meltdown in 1968, when the church was hit by bombs and severely damaged. The fence that surrounds the monastery and church were built in 1997. The cathedral was repainted in 1999, and the church was completely refurbished in 2013, taking nearly 4 months to complete. This place is always ready to welcome visitors, but please remember to direct appropriately when visiting, because this is the public sacred site, and the best times to go are in the late afternoon or early morning. At this time of year, the weather is pleasant and the light is ideal for taking photographs. On weekdays, the church operates from 5:15 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. On weekends, the church operates from 5:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m.
The location of the church is in the center of a residential area, like the location of a communal house in Vietnam, for the purpose of making it easy and convenient for the faithful to attend Mass as well as organize community activities. This is one of the typical architectures for the harmonious combination between the artistic architectures of the East and the West in design, based on the observance of the building codes of the Roman Catholic Church, but still has many architectural traditions of Vietnam. Looking at the overall construction of the church, we can feel that this is a peaceful, quiet, and bright architectural complex with both Western and Eastern style. The church faces east in the form of a basilica sanctuary, with a Latin cross-shaped plan consisting of a large main nave between two corridors and a semicircular shrine. The main architectural grounds is 70 meters deep, 15 to 13 meters wide, 72 meters long, and can accommodate for more than 1,000 people. Above the church, there is an attic, and prominently in the middle is a towering bell tower. The facade of the church has a rather massive symmetry, but is still soft and flexible thanks to the skillful integration of the details of traditional Oriental elements. In the center of the mirror is a cross made of steel. Above the mirror array is a rather large Swiss watch, and at the top is a large statue of Saint. The roof of the church is designed with a detailed design of Yin and Yang tile grout that is used to create a familiar feeling of closeness. This type of tile roof has many similarities with the roof of traditional Vietnamese village halls or pagodas. In the center of the church is an electrically controlled three-story octagonal spire with a towering spire reaching up to the sky at a height of 53 meters. The tower roof spreads out on closely overlapping tower floors, similar to the typical spire found in traditional Vietnamese pagodas, but accompanied by a towering Gothic spire. At the top of the spire is a steel cross that reflects the sun. In addition, there are windflower umbrellas with floral motifs, commonly found in the palaces and temples of Vietnam. Moving inside the church, we can see that the interior of the cathedrals, although simple, still create majesty with a high dome structure. There are no columns and are always illuminated by a system of large stained glass panels on the walls. The center of the church has a total of 7 main compartments separated by pillars. Between each space, a large wooden door system is arranged. Above are meticulously sculpted statues, including 14 statues representing the way of the cross. On both sides of the church there are two 4-meter wide aisles that can be used as a procession in bad weather. Blue is the color symbolizing the Mother of God, so these cathedrals use blue and white tones as the main color. Although simple, it creates a feel of calm, peace, and lightness like the benevolence of Mother Mary. The church with the apse had a semicircle near and borders the Holy Palace. The lines curve up softly and burn together reminiscent of the image of hands clasped in prayer. Besides, in order to effectively exploit the sun in two directions, east and west, the designers have installed many types of red and blue glass in the ground door. This creates a splendor but majesty for the sanctuary area. In the middle of the holy frame, there is the main altar made of marble taken from Ngũ Hành Sơn mountain of Da Nang. The other face is a monolithic block. In front is engraved the famous painting of the Last Supper. Next to it, there are two small altars dedicated to Our Lady and Saint Joseph, also made of this precious stone. Behind the sanctuary is a system of brightly colored mirrors. And in the afternoon, when the western afternoon sun shines on the church, the mirror pieces show a dazzling color and the cross is in a blindingly bright area. It's so evocative and emotional that it takes the viewer into the real historical context of Friday afternoon, the afternoon in which God was misunderstood and condemned to be crucified. The architecture of the cathedral has created a wonderful light effect in the interior, giving a feeling of stillness, holiness, and solemnity. The fanciful light also make the interior architectural details inside the cathedral more prominent and beautiful. In conclusion, the Redemptorist Church is not only a center of Catholic activities in Huế and surrounding areas, but it has become an ideal stopover for many tourists from all over the world to visit. It can be said that the Redemptorist Church is one of the heritage works of art making the East-West cultural exchange in terms of both architectural structure planning, style characteristic, architectural materials, and special features, especially construction techniques in an important historical period of Huế City. So we just finished touring this unique church in Huế City. Thank you guys for listening.